Alright, good evening. As I always say, it's been a minute. Been about a month since I last streamed, and the last stream I did, I think everybody had COVID in my home. And that was fun. Everybody's fine, though. Nothing came. I'm sorry, 2 months ago. Holy crap. Um, yeah, it's been a while. And everything's fine. Nothing's wrong. We're all in good health. I'm not in any dire straits. I'm not like emotionally or mentally, uh, in a bad position. I don't know. I've lacked the drive to sit down and fire the stream up in a solid 2 months, and I feel like I always do this. I'll have like a really good, steady schedule finally set up and hold myself to it, and then I'll just fall off the horse once again, fall out of the saddle. Um, I don't know. At this point, I feel like I have the means, somewhat at least with the PlayStation and decent internet, to do some decent streaming. I have the time. I can dedicate at least 2 to 3 hours an evening, and more on the weekend if I get lucky, um, to do a nice stream every once in a while. So I have the capacity. I can do a few little editing videos now. I think I had to take that crappy, what's it called, one shot, something of that sort. Had to finally delete my video editors because it was not working to my satisfaction, and it was taking up too much space on my computer, so I had to go. So I can still produce videos, they're just usually full recordings or something I've trimmed in the PlayStation Studio, whatever that thing's called. Yeah, I don't know. I regret it because I could have. I feel like I'm always kind of holding myself to this. Well, you should have had this much success by now, which you can't measure that. It's all completely random. It's all based on chance and luck, and if people happen to enjoy your streams when you're coming by. But I don't know. I'm hoping eventually I'm gonna buck this trend, and I'll finally begin to start cultivating some kind of little audience. I'm not expecting miracles. I'm expecting millions of money, like dollars, come flooding in and all that crap. But having a few people every now and again talk to me be nice. Anyway, enough about that. Yeah, Warframe. We're gonna just do a nice casual Warframe stream tonight. I haven't touched Warframe. Boy, let me look at my uploads again. Since we finished the new war, and that was also 2 months. Well, yeah, 2 months ago was closing thoughts, so I would call that. So, about around that time, and man, I really streamed a lot in 2 months, didn't I? Yeah, maybe that's why I've been off the set. I've been kind of out of it lately. Like, this was all fairly close together. That was December, and this was January. Okay, so maybe not 2 months. Yeah. I don't know. But yeah, since the new war, we've not really touched Warframe at all. I just really had nothing to do, but now there is a little bit of something to do. We have a new Nightwave, and boy, if there's anything I enjoy, it's another intermission of Nightwave with Nora. It's something to do, I'm just really trying to get myself back into the, I don't know, not habit, but like the schedule of just sitting down to play a game, because I've been, I don't know, just kind of vegging out in the evenings. Like, I'll put on a YouTube video of someone's stream VOD and just sit there for a couple hours and go to bed. And I don't know, just not really felt the pull anymore. And I think that's what worries me the most, is like there's a whole bunch of things I used to do in my youth that I don't do anymore. Like, I used to camp and fish, and I don't do those things. I used to shoot guns and take good care of my guns, and set aside some money to buy a new one every now and again. I haven't probably bought a gun, boy, since I was in college. 4 years now. It's been a long time there. And all these things. I don't want to lose this. I don't want to say, oh, ho hum. I guess that's that. Like, I kind of feel like that happened with video shorts. We moved the Discord, and OP came back for a little bit, and then he was gone again, and then the site went down once and for all, and he said he wasn't really gonna renew it, and we just said, oh well, ho hum. And now the Discord's pretty fucking dead in its own right, and I guess that's that, but that's not really how I want things to be here, with me. I'd rather not that be the case. I mean, I'll just have to make my own from scratch, I guess. So yeah, that's kind of what tonight's exercise is. Can I bring myself to enjoy this casual act of just playing a game? Warframe's always been one of my go-to vices. Just something I can put on for a couple hours and turn my brain off and enjoy it. Looks like they did some new missions this time around. That's the one thing I can say. This is a new elite. You basically get in your necromech and you run around and murder things, and hope they don't murder you back. And it looks like it's going well. So I was kind of worried about this one, if it was going to reset if your necromech did end or you had to leave. I was running around the Valis for a little bit because I have like 3 Valis missions here that I don't really want to do. I was trying to get those knocked out, and just kind of running around the overworld shooting people, and I was worried like when I left it would reset itself back to 0, but it looks like it didn't, so that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have going on. There's a few, like, I have not really had a chance to kind of go and dick around with a lot of Warframe since the new war. There's definitely been some changes to things, and I've kind of have not really had an opportunity to explore those all that much. When we go back down to the Valley, so you kind of get a chance to see what I'm talking about there. Yeah. I finally got, fuck, what's his name? Leto? The snake guy, the alchemist frame. Finally just had enough bits to put them together, so I did, and here we are. He's strange. I'm not really sure what to think of him yet. I find his like 1 and 2 to be the most useful. And his 3, I'm kind of confused what exactly he can do. And then the whole passive thing of like combining and switching elements. It's interesting if like, again, it lends itself to a that was weird. A play style or a combat system that isn't Warframe. Lavos, that's his name. Because like the whole idea of like you can hold these down and give yourself like toxin or something like that. Like, this is really kind of relevant when you have 18 million enemies coming and you just have to keep doing this shit over and over. Like, it's just quicker to kill things, so I don't know. He's odd, and I'm not exactly. I don't like these giant arm and leg things. In fact, he's got high heels on, and like, I get like a whole doctor or alchemist or chemist kind of frame would be neat, but I'm not entirely sure what these giant arm things are supposed to be. So maybe if he gets a skin of some kind, I might be a little more inclined to use him, but I'm not really, just kind of iffy on him right now. The Sea-Doo is super nice. Like here I was gonna try and make another board just because I missed having like an automatic shotgun, and boy, there it is. Very pleasant gun. Super happy with it. So yeah, you can see that the Ore Vallis is a little bit warmer than it usually is. We have some plant life growing now, some mosses and ferns and trees. And I guess this is just what happened after the new war, and this is permanent. Don't really get it. Uh, I was kind of thinking today already, like, even though this is brand new and I hadn't seen it before, I kind of already missed the snow. You know, there's something to be said about having just a nice, pristine field of snow, like, untouched. Um, they fucked that train up, I guess. That's one. There's just a few little differences here. Let's hop in the Necromech and get rid of these guys. So, because 300 is still that's me. A lot of people I have to remove. So we've got a couple things going on. Something I got shot at, I wasn't sure. One of them, so we're going to try and do some bounties. As much as I hate to do bounties, we're going to try it. We have to mine, and that's pleasant. I don't mind mining at all. And we need to kill people. And that is probably going to be the stream, honestly. I really want to open some relics because that's probably my favorite pastime in the game at this point, because at least it gives you a tangible reward that you can apply to something later. Even though I don't really care about prime anything, man, it's just really hard to keep your motivation up. I guess I'm the drifter still. Maybe that's why things are different. What if I go back to being the operator? Things will go back to how they were. So we're gonna find some rocks. That keeps happening too. I don't know if you can see that at the very top of the screen. You can kind of see that mist layer is kind of messing up. It's like a I don't know how you call it. One of the render layers, I guess, for the background or for the skybox or something, atmosphere. It just isn't. Man, you came all the way up just to try and smack a robot with your rifle. You're a brave man. Like, it keeps. It's enough to be like. Does it go this way? Nope, it's just that particular area right there, that mountainside back there. If you look down, you lose it. And when you're running around, it looks like a ship coming in, kind of. Oh, hey. So, it's distracting, I guess, is how you could say it. Yeah, not the hardest thing in the world to systematically murder 300 corpus. The Necromech does well on the Ore Vallis. Yeah, once I'm done here, I'm going to go back and switch back to the operator and see if that reverts the landscape to how it used to look. I'm kind of thinking now, did I actually comment on this when I streamed the new war? Did I say anything about how things look different? I don't remember. I was trying to do bounties. I fucking hate the bounties on the Vallis. I hate doing bounties in general. Bounties here are especially annoying for various reasons. Same with trying to do perfect fucking animal captures. I may just skip that one because I hate it so much. Like, I don't know. I'm not inclined. I don't think there's anything new on the reward list. It's like maybe a few mods I didn't have for weapons I don't really use. Like I think the Tigress got an interesting one. It like 5 or more pellets hit the head. You get extra reload speed, which is cool, but boy, of all the things to be a sniper rifle, I wouldn't really expect the Tigress to be one. If you remember when I talked about bleed out and mods and all that, I said I didn't really prefer the Tigress because it was in fact so hard to hit a bunch of enemies while they're running around, especially in the head. So yeah, I'm not too enthused. I'm going to get to rank 30 and then probably not touch the game again for quite some time. I think one of the things that really kills it for me is they just don't update the shop ever. Like every time, like I have 100 spare credits already because of a gift of the Lotus. For some reason, they thought people needed even more of these stupid credits. And you know, for a new player, it's fine. You've got all the things you need. You've got reactors in there. You've got catalysts. You've got Vauban if you need him, and he's a terrific frame. You've got 9tan extract, which you always bulk up on if you're not like if you have nothing else to spend it on. You should probably always go for 9tan extract unless you know that you're done with it, and even then, you should probably get it just to kind of future-proof yourself. None of these are rare, son of a bitch. You know, there's plenty of things for the new and up and coming player, but like if you've already got all the helmets and if you've already mastered all the weapons in there, you've already got all the decorative bits, it would be nice to see more variety. Like I happened to be able to buy a helmet this time because it was Caladan's new helmet. Boy, I don't think I'll ever actually see Caladan anytime soon. Like I just got Lavos, and it was like what, a year after he came out, years some change. And see, I did it again. Every time I look over that direction, I think, oh, there's a ship coming in. I can shoot it. But nope, there's no ship. All right, let's go talk to this asshole. I want to do a second follow-up to the new war with thoughts and shit, because I have more thoughts on it, and I think giving myself a few months to really digest and start thinking about all the plot beats and the narrative and the build-up to this prior to it and what finally happened. Generally, I can't say I'm satisfied with what was given. May cover that this stream. I don't know. I'd like to do it once again and just kind of sit down and parse my thoughts out, not have to worry about trying to murder things or intercept airdrops or something stupid of that sort. So we'll come back to that. I tried to do one bounty earlier today, about right here actually, and it was I got through the first one. First part was fine. Second part was like defend the drone, and it was going fine. I had to what are these guys? Shit, too close. I'm sorry. What are these things? Oh, it's just one of those. Okay. I thought this was ones you have to sit there and Well, that's handy. They give you those smoke trail to follow now. I thought it was one of those ones you had to like intercept the mail or whatever it is, and those have been super annoying. Even more so, like of all the mission types now, that was the one everyone kept failing. Um, for some damn reason. I forget what. I think it was just because like you would step away from an area and then like the enemy would be super fast and catching it. You wouldn't have time to actually like turn it around and all that. I don't know. Anyway, I was trying to do this defend the drone one, and I got to about like 18 out of 30 enemies killed, and then they just stopped spawning. And I waited and waited and followed the drone around, and nothing happened. So I started doodling out a little bit. Like I would start making patrols around the drone, and I'd go further and further out, you know, hoping to find maybe I just missed an enemy or something, and you know that was stopping the next wave from spawning. And I look back at the drone's health, and so it's like it went from like 2,500 to 22 in a second, and then I lost because apparently the enemy just spawned right on top of it and shot it to pieces. And you know, that was really annoying. I don't know. I have no patience for these stupid bounties or these stupid Nightwave missions concerning the Orbalis. Give me the bits, you shit. I've been spurned enough by these stupid things to know they're not worth my time at this point. The thing I'm not really too sure about is if I, because that's 1,000, that's like a kilometer away. And I can zip over there in my Arcwing, but I'm afraid that if I do that, my Necromech will stay here, and then if I want to respawn it, I'm going to have a timer for a few minutes, which will then slow me down in trying to do this stupid 300 one, because I'm about halfway through it now, and it takes forever to kill 300 of anything. And I don't have the patience. Like, if I wanted to, see, okay, we're making good progress. I don't know. This one and the Relic one are the big ones, and I'd prefer to get those done, and maybe the mining one here before anything else. Like, I'm not gonna waste the entire evening trying to get 5 different perfect bounties, or different, fuck, what are those called? Hunts, you know what I mean, like you're trying to hunt down an animal. Because they still have not fixed that whole mechanic. I do believe, like, the enemies spawn now, or the animals will spawn naturally in the world, like on the in the drift, and you know, in the plains, and that's a good thing. But it's still incredibly annoying to deal with, and I don't know. If I wanted to do that one, I would bring Avira, because she at least makes it a little bit easier not to get immediately detected and get a non-perfect. Like, I don't understand. It's already arduous. It's already a pain in the ass. Why would you make it worse? Like, doing the hunts is annoying as it is. It's a 3-step process every single time. It takes forever trying to find the stupid right frequency pattern and then replicate it again. And then you're either stuck like whirling around trying desperately to find the red blinking blip on a map of red before it spots you and runs off. If you're not Avara, or if you are Avara, you're just waiting and hoping you can see it before it despawns again. And then you get your shot, and the way the fucking trank rifle is just so, the projectile's so slow, and it'll um, arc, so it has like a chance to miss, or even, God forbid, like you have to deal with one of the animals that takes like 2 shots, and you have like exactly half a oh fuck, see, here we go, we're gonna do it again. Um, you have exactly 1/2 of a second to try and get that second shot in at the now alerted and angry animal, who's probably either going to fight you or run off. How do I get in here? Or you don't get the perfect. Um, it's just insult to injury that it has to be 5 perfects, you know? Not 5 good, not good or higher, or just 5 of any catch, but 5 perfect, and then they have to be different. So you can't even like I like to do the fucking big dog ones because they're what the fuck, really? What? Um, because they don't run off and they don't burrow and they don't fucking um, fly like those damn birds, so it's a lot easier to deal with. I love how they just completely omitted the hacking portion now. It's just, you know, shoot it enough times and it'll become yours. Easy. Yeah, we'll see if it happens again. What happened was they just stopped coming in until I was a certain distance away, and then they all started popping in at once. And I lost. Which, you know, that's fantastic. I don't like that these bounties are 3-part. And that if you fail one part, you fail it all. I guess it's very discouraging, especially if you're stuck trying to do these multiple times over. Don't you touch her. That's my robot wife. Gotta fire in bursts. I think the gun's overheating, actually. It's refreshing to get back to the Necromech. I always like this thing. And like, in any situation, like, I'm kind of relieved that when we got the Necromechs, it wasn't a situation where they're like immediately useless. Well, I guess, what the fuck was that thing called? Fucking shit where Lavos was coming out, you know, like that whole event. Want to fix Venom or whatever it was. What's the fucking drone at?
Bad guys are on the run. Feel free to pick off stragglers.
You definitely feel the power of the Necromech, and you know, ooh, sweet 1,500 credits. That's cool. It feels like a giant fuck-off robot, and that's what I appreciate about it. Like, honestly, this thing might be pretty fun. Like, if I wasn't trying to not die, I would probably go and try and farm some Tolroids. Maybe this is even a good spot, even. I don't know. These stupid turrets aren't very fun. Yeah, I appreciate the Necromechs. I really, really wish they could do something about the fucking shaky cam. Maybe I can. I don't know. I haven't looked in the options in a hot fucking minute, but the shaky cam when it's walking is about the only thing I would really really wish it could turn off, because it gets even worse when you're fucking running. So you might notice I'm not running as much just because I'm not trying to make myself fucking sick. Um, I know it begs the question of why aren't these things like more notorious in the galaxy? You know, if they're actually this powerful, why is it just this one family on this moon uh, that has access to them, and they seem only really intent on giving them to the Tenno to run around with, and the Tenno already have a bunch of shit. Like, well, I shouldn't say that. The Grenier and Corpus are also on Deimos, but you don't see any of them running around with a Necromech or 3. That would be a really cool early boss. You ever had that, like a game will throw not an actual boss at you, but like a a harder enemy, and because it's so early in the game and you're still trying to learn things, and like your level, your power is so low, you have a hard time with this. Like Castlevania Circle of the Moon was really good with this, because you run into an Earth Demon very early on, and it legit feels like a boss fight. You know, it's not an actual boss fight. You can always run out if you want to, but that demon is a pain in the ass to deal with when very early on, and it's a good challenge. And when you encounter them later on again, it's much easier to deal with them because you've grown that much. I feel like a Grenier or Corpus Necromech, like not even at full power, like maybe it has like one ability and a gun, not even a good gun, like a Corpus fucking stuck a half-ass Supra or Fluctus on the end. Doesn't even have to be an arc gun, really. And you had to fight that thing, and then you're left with this mystique of like, well, what the fuck was that thing? You know, and then you eventually go to Deimos, and then you realize, hey, I can make my own and use it, and that's super fun. You know, that would be good. Like maybe even, like I've talked about this before, like the arc gun particularly needs its own kind of mission where you really get to kind of take it out for a spin and kind of learn what the arc gun's about, like how it's a pure power boost over your regular weapons, and it can be relied on that way. Maybe that's like the kind of way you can demonstrate. Like I think they tried to do that with the Exploiter Orb, because that was the first time. What's the mage? I always get these stupid things mixed up. One of the two, the fucking spiders. That was when they had the whole grav mag thing hit, and you could take your arc gun out for the first time on the ground. You know, I think that's kind of where it was supposed to be, but you also kind of had that simple implement, like kind of stuck into this. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm not gonna win this one. Let's give it a shot, but I'm not expecting fucking miracles here. Just too many fucking dudes. Wait, what the fuck? Fuck. Yeah, see, it's already going well. What the fuck? What is the next crate? Just kind of goes back to the Valis. Something's wrong with the fucking Valis, man. I don't know what it is. You can see this one. Like, That one just spawned, and there are already enemies right next to it, so they start snagging it right off the bat there. Thankfully, I was able to get to it in time. Something's up with the Valus. It just seems like the pacing or the amount of enemies is really fucked. You know? What's this fucking crate at? Or maybe it's the escalate. Look at this shit. Look at all this fucking garbage. You expect me to deal with all of this as a bitty boy? A single man? Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Interesting. I actually managed to finish that one. I was talking mad shit, and here we are. So let's grab the necromech again. Get out of here. What do I do with the fucking... Where's the necromech? Where'd he go? And it pains me because these enemy like designs are just fucking cool and shit. Where'd the fucking necromech go? Where'd I put him? It says he's over here, but I don't see him. I've lost my boy. My child is gone. Oh, that's not him. That's not him at all. Where the fuck did my necromech go? Alright, whatever. Let's just fucking spawn it again, I guess. Despawn? No, he's over here. He is... There he is. Fuck. I told you could wander off. Let's get some of these kills in with this bad boy. And holy shit, what's wrong with you? It feels to me like, looking at this now, like, these spawn rates and these enemies feels like this was designed for necromechs, except necromechs have not been a thing that long, but the orb has always been this way. Like, it's always been this sack of hot shit. La-di-da-di all the time. And I don't know. It's always felt unmanageable. Like, there's degrees of manageability. Alright, 10 more. With Warframe. You know, and most of it goes back to just fucking murdering everything, or putting it to sleep and not having to worry about it, or being invisible so you're not detected. But the Valus has always kind of felt like we can't do any of these things because there's 100 fucking people and half of them can just nullify our abilities, or there's eczemas here, or they can fucking shove us around and knock us around and kick us and shit. And it's just like dreadfully incomprehensible. That's how I would describe it. Frustratingly so, you know. And I generally think it's just spawn rates. That's all it comes down to, is how fast enemies are spawning in. Alright, where is that one? Oh, it's up there. There we go. I believe I ran them in. Got to go look for a few more. But this bullshit's partially why I just don't do the bounties anymore. The orb could be fun if they toned it down just a little bit. Yeah. I think that's the gist of it. Oh, let's try this, I guess. Can I pick this up?
Green, slot that data mass into the base terminal and I'll get to work. That kicked nest. Taxman on the way. Hold him off while I finish up.
Like, we're about to see, like, they just pop out of nowhere. You know, like, I guess what I'm looking for is, like, I've talked some absolute mad shit about Phantom Pain, but Phantom Pain, there is a meticulous system that you are privy to, you know, like, enemies just don't pop up from nowhere. You know, like, if you go and you shoot up a village or a base or whatever, they're going to start calling for reinforcements from the surrounding area. If you've disabled their connection, then they can't do that shit. Yeah, take some grenades, fuckers. Enjoy those. Oh, you know, I forgot about this. Let's just go into fuck mode. Why not, right? There's a burster around here somewhere, too. Oh, I'm out of juice. Fuck. That's a shame. I love fuck mode. Oh, shit. I don't know if we're gonna make it, boys.
Gonna need a little more time. Keep at it.
How am I, Benny? I'm right here.
Failed. Let's try again.
Oh. Oh well. I got what I wanted, so I'm happy. Let's say we just find... See, this is a good opportunity for some Tolerates to spawn. Like, and I don't even know how those fucking work. I just know you have to keep escalating and shooting people and letting the... God, these things are really fucking up. Letting the spawn rate increase. There's that burst. I knew he was around here. Piece of shit. I guess we could try for a couple Taurids maybe or something. I don't know. I've already got what I came here for. Get the fuck out of here. I lost my train of thought. I don't know what I was talking about. These guys annoy the piss out of me. It's not only the fact that they fucking fly, but they fucking shoot that laser. Like, if the laser just hurt you, I would be fine with it. But the laser pushes you, and it keeps pushing you, and that keeps affecting your aim, and it's so annoying. Like, I've noticed the deadliest things in Warframes are things that slow you down or stop you completely. Getting the push beam from the jetpack guy, or getting hooked by a scorpion or an ancient or somebody. These things seem to be the most lethal of anything. So Elden Ring came out. That's the other thing I was thinking of. Gonna go ahead and add that to the list of games I'm probably not gonna get to play in the next 2 or 3 or 5 years. Mostly because I still don't own a next-gen system, and I'm not really inclined to. I don't really care about the PS5. The new Xbox will probably be the thing I go for, just because it's so much damn cheaper than the other one. I don't know. There's the whole argument about physical copies and physical ownership of games. Like, at this point. I don't know anymore. Like the way it's going, I would say physical ownership I'm not too concerned about because I could either just buy it for a system that I might get one day or um, have a pirated digital copy of a game later on. But it seems like piracy's just kind of at its end with legal litigation. There's no consumer protection, and any IP holder can just fuck off and charge you for whatever. So it seems like the only way you actually get to play the game anymore is you need to have the fancy ass new system with a stable internet connection of so much, like so many megabytes per second, that you have to shellac out for, and then you need a membership for that. Um, on top of that, assuming that you want to do anything online or fucking update the game or anything like that. It's just so much at this point. You can't just fire up a game anymore. Like we had some at my school. We had some Nintendo Switches set up for the kids, you know, for like a game room, and I gave them 5 minutes in the game room, expecting that, you know, they'd actually be able to do something on those damn things, and we legit spent the majority of the time just trying to get the Switch going, getting it hooked up properly. Like, you know, like, people love the shit on the old game systems, but you never had an issue getting the fucking Sega Genesis to start on time, or recognize controllers, or anything of that sort. So you just kind of get away from that thing, fucker. You just kind of turned it on and the game started up. Like, you know, that simplicity, that ability to just start the game and play the game and not have to worry about syncing up controllers and all that dumb nonsense, I think is kind of a lost art. You know, the same with, like, one thing I never understood about the PS4. There's many things I don't get about this thing. I'm not praising it in any way or slightest. I'm not going to replace it anytime soon. One thing I didn't get is when you buy the physical copy, the game still has to install itself onto your system. And that always confused the absolute piss out of me, because, like, what's the point of the disc at that point if it's just an install code? Or like a license key or something, you know, saying that you can't install this from the fucking store. You know, like, what the fuck is the point of that? I also don't get, like, the necessity for internet connectivity. Like, I think we've hit the point where we've realized that we don't need every game to have multiplayer aspects or online aspects to have a good game. Like, I think Doom Eternal is a wonderful example that you can have a single player game and still be super fun. But even for those single player games to still need online connectivity to function is absolutely asinine. And what I can kind of see with the future of games in general is that we're kind of hitting this point. Like the 3DS, I have every game for the 3DS on my computer, and if I ever wanted to play it, I could load up Citra. You know, I'm saddened that Nintendo has made the choice to not support their legacy systems anymore, because the 3DS is absolutely fantastic. And, you know, honestly, the Wii and the Wii U were pretty good too, and they had, like, that was the first kind of steps towards online services, that whole generation, that, like, the PS3 and the 360. Like, there was some legit nice things about these systems. Like, the Xbox had a, God, what was with the music player on that thing? You could just play music from your MP3s, or from your MP3 player, or from your hard drive, and it was like a tandem MP3 media player that would function alongside the game, you know, flawlessly. I remember my buddy, we used to like sit and watch him play Oblivion, and he would have like Metallica blasting on the 360. I may be misremembering. Maybe it was on a stereo. I don't fucking know, but I know that it had a really fantastic media player, and it seems like media players, like, they've just gone by the fucking wayside at this point. Like, the one I have on my iPhone is absolute fucking dog shit, and I really wish I could get a different one, but it's an iPhone, and you can't install anything on a goddamn iPhone. Would anyone please drop a fucking toll rate for me, please? Anytime. Am I at the wrong place? Do I need to go elsewhere to get these things to spawn? God, I'm just wasting time. I could be doing something else right now. In fact, I think I will leave. I will leave because the fucking thing's reset. Yeah, that's fantastic. So let's get out of this guy. Let's get out of the boy. Boy's fun, but we don't really need him. What we need to do is get in the air. Nice way to get rid of some fucking projectiles. Alright, let's see here. Where's a cave? Here's a cave. We'll go that way. Like, they were there in the, God, was that 8th generation? So, like, you had internet connectivity, but it wasn't yet a necessity. It was kind of like this is a standalone system, and it will also do these things if you connect it to the internet. That was fine. Like, the Wii had the virtual console. You could like buy and play the old Nintendo and Super Nintendo games, and that was honestly, I've looked at that longingly, and I really kind of wish at this point that I had had a Wii back in the day. Like, it kind of burns my biscuits, because when I remember about the Wii was Wii Sports and like Super Mario Galaxy, what the fuck it was, and just kind of like a bunch of really clunky UI issues. What I don't remember is the fact that you had this like huge catalog of these games that you could just download and play and have forever on your system. And I know a lot of people have gone through like bootlegging and modding and hard modding and fucking pulling these things to bits because they loved it so much. But I like that idea of having that possibility of just, you want to play a game, you don't have to go to the store. You could just kind of buy, what was it? I had Street Fighter on the 360, I think. And I bought that off the store. God, we're really getting into the fucking weeds now, aren't we? And it was nice to just have it, And I know the Wii U had it, and the fucking goddamn Switch. It still has it, but it's now in a membership, and we're kind of getting back into the whole like concept that IP holders kind of can stranglehold access to their goods and decide whether or not the public actually gets access to them, which I don't agree with in the slightest. How can I get this one? And it really was a different age. Here, take some gas. You love gas. Take some stinky beats. Yeah, you love them. Yeah. Is there another guy in here? Stinky beats. Love them. Yum yum. We're just gonna ignore that one. I'm not gonna get it. We just need 5 more rare gems, and I can leave. Because we're gonna fuck the bounties, and we're gonna fuck the animals, because we don't care. I think I lost my train of thought again. Fuck. Phasmid is not a rare one, I don't think. Is it? I don't think it is. But then there's the issue of like hard drive space and like games are just so fucking huge now. Like I have no delusions that I'm ever going to own a gaming PC again. That's unfortunately like the days of like the $400 or $500 gaming PC that was like adequate or superior to a console. Those are gone just by virtue like um, where's my Sentinel? Where'd Carrier go? Like those are just long gone by virtue of the fucking graphics cards spiking because of like crypto mining. What the fuck is going on anymore? I don't know. All I know is I can't afford this shit at this point, and it sucks because the gaming PC was really, honestly, one of the most liberating things for a lot of gamers. You know, coming up and coming of age, and unless you really want to shell $5,000 into a computer now, you're just kind of up shit creek without a river or without a paddle. Um, but we're just kind of hitting this point where like you have to accept that there's nothing that can be done anymore. Like you can't pirate a game anymore because the game won't function without like licenses. Like it won't boot up anymore. And when like uh, when we hit that point, like when Nintendo decides to stop supporting a game system because it's been so many years and they're not profiting anymore, you know, like they start pulling services and then the games are non-functional, you know, like even though you have the data installed on your device, even though you have a stable internet connection, and you may even have a fucking limited amount of like a service or membership left, the game will not work anymore because the online services are uh, no longer available, and the game is now bricked, and you have to go, and if you want to play that game again, you have to hope that it's going to be added to a new game system in the future where you get to pay even more for another online service and another super expensive, high definition, super powerful, garbage ass game console. Like, I honestly think the 360 and the PS3, because when did I own a PS3? That was a weird time period. Those were honestly, I think, my favorite systems, just for how intuitive they were and how like low management they were. Like you could just like you start it up and you hit a button and you could play a game. You know, back I day. It was also kind of the Wild West of online services too. There wasn't really expectations as to what the thing was going to happen because they were being forged uh, from the console standpoint. I know there was a bunch of things that they were just taking from computer games and all that, like MMOs that were existing, chat rooms, friend lists, achievements, that kind of shit. Was being heavily borrowed, if not just outright plagiarized, for services, and just kind of stuck together. But I really think it worked with the 360 and the PS3. And there is a ton of just dumb shit on the PS4. I can't really speak to the Xbox One. It was, I think, Xbone. I just know my buddy had one, and he had brought it over to my house once because he wanted to play games with me. And I don't think we ever actually got to play anything because it spent the entire time updating and then installing updates and then installing updates for games. The game he had already purchased, mind you. it then had to install and then update itself, and install the update. And it's just like, where's the fucking, where is the line? You know, how far do we go before we say, okay, this is too much? Give me a ROM, give me a standalone file that will just fire up when I execute it. Um, Fuck. I just lost it. Where'd it go? And so I'm not excited for the Series S and the PS5 and whatever follows the Switch. Do you mind? I'm lamenting about the current trends in consumerism. Um, I'm not excited for these products. I'm really having a rough time with these fucking gems. Hi. You want something? Go away. I like the little gas needle sacks. They're pretty fun. They need more damage, though. I don't know. If, boy, you want to get fucking sad, like... So here I am saying these new systems are bad, particularly in a environment where you have like a lot of kids and you need them to have something to do for a short amount of time, and you want them to have fun. So you need something like, honestly, like I'm thinking like an N64, honestly, where you fire it up and you pop in Mario Kart and they pick their four characters and they play a fucking game. You know, that's what I'm thinking. Um, or fucking Pokemon Stadium, where they pick three pokes, they fucking smash each other. They'll go like, wow, cool graphics, or what the fuck, I don't know. They probably laugh like, look at this dumb shit at this point, but you know what I'm saying. But they get to compete, or Smash Brothers. You know, the thought's the same. They don't have time to log into an account and check for that account's privileges and get the games fired up. Fucking shit. Do I even need this? I thought the blue ones were the gems and the red ones are the... God damn it. Okay. Oh, I can. Hey, that's a game changer. Can I get my light? Can I? I don't think it's letting me. Fucking shit. Alright. I don't like this cave. But anyway, like, even if you wanted like to get an N64 at this point, that thing's like probably fucking easily $100, if not more. Um, you know, the old hardware is fucking falling apart and fading out, or fucking scalpers on eBay keep jacking the price to shit. And all the local shops have to follow the same thing, or they're going to be losing money in their eyes. Because supply and demand. Hello. Let's catch you, I guess. And you're fucking vicious, dude. Yeah, the good old fucking trank rifle here. This is fantastic. Oh shit, he might actually die. Did I get him? Or is he dead? Oh, he's fucking dead because these little shitheads. Fuck off, assholes. I think I just saved myself. I can't believe, even to this day, These little fucking turds are still a threat. Well, I could have gone better. Um, so the old systems are getting expensive because there's less of them and people are trying to inflate the value of them, which I think is dumb. And then you have the people who are saying, man, people are asking for game systems, let's make new, like Retron, newly made ones that will work with the equipment, or what looks like the equipment. And, you know, those are pretty fucking expensive too. Retrons are about, like, pretty fucking close to $100 new. And then you still need the cartridges, and the cartridges failing and having the exact same problems. Like, fucking, if you wanted to hold Mario Kart, Mario Party, and Super Smash Brothers in your hands in N64 carts, that's easily like $500, $600 right there. Um, yeah, again, it makes my childhood scream because those were the things I fucking raised on. You know, like, it's not. I won't have to pay that much just for the pleasure of reliving my childhood again, and I don't intend to ever. Did we only get one fucking gem out of that experience? Good God, where's a better cave than that? Here's another one. There's a couple over there. Let's go to this one, I guess. So it's just, I don't know. At this point, I've said it many times, and I always seem to come back to this subject when I'm streaming, but I don't what? Excuse me? Hi. Excuse me, I did not mean to fucking... Okay, dickbag. Didn't mean to intercede into your fucking airspace there, pal. Fuck. I've said it before. I don't intend... In fact, I'm unable to now to sink exorbitant amounts of money into these game systems and games anymore, because I have a family and I now have priorities with which I have to spend my money, legally and otherwise, even morally. And it's simply no longer a possibility. You know, and so I turn once again to piracy, and piracy is slipping away because companies are pursuing legal litigation against anyone who shows an interest in their intellectual property, fair or not. And there's honestly going to become a time where forced scarcity will lead to the... oh, how do I want to say it? We're going to forget some games existed. We're going to lose games. They're going to become lost media for no other reason than the fact that there were companies out there who thought it would be more frugal to sit on a property, sit on a franchise, sit on a game, and let it just sit in storage and not be published again. You know, or it's going to fall into like legal limbo where the exact ownership is unclear, so it needs to get litigated, and litigation is pushed back and delayed until the point where it just kind of is left, you know, or like fucking, God, matters like localization and shit, like, what's this thing? There's a ton of fucking... oh, I got it, that's why. There's a ton of games in Japan, never got localized, Um, Good games, fine games, but we never saw them. They were never intended to be published, and when the IPs get transferred to some big fucking conglomerate and they decide there wasn't really any attention for this game before, why would there be now? That's it. That's all she wrote. It would be just stuck in a basement somewhere in an archive, and those archives are usually sealed shut when companies go under. That kind of thing, and that's that. Saddens me. Saddens me that forced scarcity is going to make it to the point where you have to pay for a $300 console or $400 console and a fucking $50 internet subscription and then a $20 membership fee just to play Super Mario Brothers. It's gonna get to that point. Or you're gonna be like me one day and just kind of sitting there hoping that they're gonna put your old favorite Game Boy Color game up there, like like Metal Walker or fucking Legend of the River King, like just these little nonsense. I just came from there, didn't I? These little easy nonsense games that you enjoyed as a child. You just kind of hope to God that someone in a corporate office says, "Oh yeah, I remember that. That was a thing. Let's do a case study. See if there's any interest." Of course, there won't be. So they'll say, "All right, we tried this. We're not going to make a decent buck off it, so we're going to leave it for another day." And that day never comes. Like that's the reality of what we're facing at this point. And I'm not saying revolt or eat the rich or any of that fucking commie horse shit. But like I don't know if there is a solution. I just wanted to play games, and here we are. I have exactly however many months or weeks or years left my PS4 has, and when it dies, I very much doubt that I will get a new thing. It will probably be replaced with a smart TV that's able to access the cartoons for the kids. And I will probably just play free phone games. Because I'm, again, legally basically forced to have a smartphone or a phone or, legally forced to have a... Is there no fucking cave here? This isn't a cave. It's just a fucking hole. Legally, I have to have some kind of communication device on me, and that communication device can also have the play game, so that is what will happen. Anyway, enough of that drab-ass shit. I don't know how long I've been streaming for, but I'm beginning to feel it, and I don't know if you've ever streamed or talked into the void, but you begin to kind of, it feels like someone's kind of pulling on my hair on the right side of my head, about top right. Yeah, I kind of get that twinge, and my eyes are getting kind of heavy. Well, not heavy, but it almost feels like there's like sand in my eyes, like something's obscuring it. What time is it? Oh, it's 12:30. Maybe that's why I'm fucking tired. It's 12:30. How long have I been streaming for? Oh, it won't tell me. It won't tell me. It'll never tell me. I wish it still did. It was super handy when it told me how long I've been streaming for. Yeah, we'll try and find like those last two gems. I want to do at least like a few relics, maybe 2 or 3. I usually 3 or 4 is about my limit in one sitting. Or say, okay, I'm fucking over this shit. That's even assuming that there is like a the fuck. I've got the volume way down, so if there's new little sounds and weird things happening, I'm completely oblivious to them. God, this looks very different now. It looks like Ireland almost. What the fuck happened? Supposedly there's still Narman shit going on. Like remnants. I have yet to see anything regarding that. I would love for it, like... Well, I don't know. I don't know how much of a difference there is between the Narman and the Corrupted. It seems like they're identical. Just, oh, well, I don't know, maybe like combine sentient Narma, like sentient along with the other ones or something to that extent. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to have time. I'm not going to do like a wrap-up thoughts of the new war. I'll save that for another night since it's already late. Oh, I'm on spring break. I've completely forgot to say that. I am on the spring break for the next week. I have my mother coming in on Wednesday. She's going to be the first time she's going to be able to come down since she's had her chemotherapy. To join us, so I've got maybe a day or two to possibly do some streaming. And I am, of course, still pursuing different options for work because I am just sick to death of being a teacher, and I'm pretty sure you could go back and watch my first couple Warframe. Oh, I'm not going in there, fuck that. We're not fighting the fucking exploiter orb, where the fuck it is today. We're just looking for some goddamn gems. If you're looking for the damn deck 12, this is it. It sounds like something's behind me. That was more of those beetles. I had the hardest fucking time finding this place when I first was looking for it, and I don't know, I don't think it ever actually tells you. Oh, I need one more. Where it is specifically in the game, or like, you know, the Solarans don't fucking tell you shit. So yeah, it is right over here. Like on a... Well, if you remember this big old fucking land bridge here, then it's pretty easy to remember. But yeah, I didn't have a clue what it actually was. I think I just had to follow people until I ended up, yeah, this thing. That's a pretty easy landmark. Alright, where else can we go here? So yeah, I'll do a summarization of my thoughts on the new war on a different stream. Not entirely sure what I want to do with all my time yet, all this free time I don't have. I'll try and do some more streams. I've not done Ghosts in a long time. I've not done Bloodborne in a long time, or Dark Souls 2. And I still haven't touched Kingdom Hearts because goddamn, Divine, I just don't want to fucking grind in that game. I don't know. The last little push, and I just ended up short and really have no incentive to go and give that a fucking try. Yeah. I'm trying something else out because I don't have video editing technology, nor do I have like a competent computer to do that shit. Um, I'm trying a Twitter thread in which I'm playing Pokemon Red and I'm doing a challenge run with only a Beedrill. A lot easier than I expected, by the way. I'd recommend giving that a try. There's a lot more things weak to bug types in Gen 1 than you might think. Like, common conventions or common sense kind of missed the mark there. So, it's a lot of fun. Holy shit. Oh, God, I'm dying. But I'm trying just like this kind of Twitter thread concept where it's like an image board. Like, I don't know if you remember this, like image board threads of people's experiences or forum threads, kind of chronicling things. It's storytelling in just a different format. Um, so far, Ace has enjoyed it. I think Ace is the only one who's been liking and commenting on it, which, it's fine. I'm not really expecting anyone. But it's a far easier way for me to handle things, especially since I can just fucking... I'm not entirely sure if he was alive or dead when he fell. I need to start sucking juice on people. I'm fucking dying. It's a much easier method for me to record my experiences and playthroughs. I'm playing it on my phone on an emulator, and I take a screenshot or a couple screenshots, and I'll put in an update of where I am, what I've been doing, where I may have struggled, or what I found a lot easier. I've done a couple Twitter threads where I'm just kind of discussing game mechanics and that kind of thing, and I think this kind of also lends itself to just data collection, which is always nice. I do kind of like a narrative for Eve Echoes and my core mates. I don't just present data, I also present like methodology, conventions, logic, how I'm approaching a problem, why I'm checking out this solution over another one, that kind of shit. Because these are also important factors of science, of testing things, regardless of if it's fucking chemistry or just Pokemon. I'm getting so tired that I'm having a hard time figuring out what direction the fucking arrow is pointing. Where is this piece of shit? Hello? I saw a square. Did I see a square, or am I imagining things? Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut the... fuck, I don't know. Because I'm probably not gonna have time to do this tomorrow. One fucking gem. And then we do 10 relics, and we're done for the night. That's the goal here. Quit getting distracted. Shut the fuck up. Get a gem. And leave. Not the gem I wanted. Elden Ring. I completely fucking... Wow. That was what I was talking about a long time ago. Elden Ring looks really fun. Looks really interesting, and I keep saying this every time there's like an open world game. The concept of actual survivalism really just seems to constantly be shoved off, Like, Breath of the Wild for being like, I guess kind of, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it invented the sandbox genre. It absolutely didn't, but it revitalized it maybe because we've had Pokemon Legends, we've had fucking a whole bunch of just these games that Genshin Impact, like that's more of a blatant ripoff than anything. But you know what I'm saying? Like we had a return to the open world sandbox strategy, and unfortunately, one of those things that got kind of lost in translation was the fact that what made Breath of the Wild so good was you needed to be What the fuck's going on here? These just rocks. Yeah, these just rocks. You had to exercise caution and exercise preparedness, and all that, and that was kind of what I was super excited for, to see the FromSoft mechanics of combat applied to situations where you may not be guaranteed to win. You may have to back off and try it from a different angle. And what I'm seeing is kind of just this non-linear track of Dark Souls combat, and then um, empty worlds. That's basically, it looks a lot of fun. I'm sure that if I had it, I would think about sinking many hours into playing, just dicking around. Like I already thought, like what fucking weapons I would prefer. I'd like to try the flail. Like what game style, like maybe using items and poison and shit. Just kind of things like that. I like to start thinking about that crap early on, but um, I don't know. I doubt I'd ever get a chance to actually play that game, being completely honest. So that's why I'm here. God, I'm very tired. And I know I could probably skip, like, the fucking shit resets tomorrow. And I know I could probably skip most of these. In fact, I probably will skip most of these. There we go. Finally, let's check out what we've gotten accomplished so far. That's a bit weird. Alright, so these are all done. Relics, we're going to skip that one. 20 enemies in 5 seconds. If we get a plain emote, that was the one. There we go. Alright, let's get the fuck off this rock. I figure out where the fucking smoke cloud is. There, no. Oh shit, hey. There's a goddamn sentient ship over there. No wonder things look different. Is that it though? Is that another one? Looks like there's another one over there. And see if this had any impact on the fucking, like, if this changed how Venus worked. Like, we were having thermia fractures and shit. Before we had giant warships crashing onto the planet's surface. Like, now, things will probably be getting a lot worse because of that, but I doubt there's ever going to be any fucking change. It's always going to be the downtrodden versus the mustache twirling evil corporations. It couldn't even been like we had. See that shit? I think that's fucking Verminx. Couldn't even have the Corpus be redeeming. They were just, whatever. God damn it. I'm very tired. I'm gonna be up in like 5 hours anyway with my son. He always gets up very promptly. Maybe I should just knock off tonight, I don't know. Opening 10 relics is a fucking pain in the ass. And I always do this. I always try and bum rush these stupid night waves, and then for weeks I'll have nothing else to do because I was worried. Like, I don't even remember when that last intermission started and when it ended. Like, I know it ended like super recently, but you couldn't fucking tell me how much time I would have had. Yeah, more credits. That's fantastic. I would like to try that one really fast. We're going to try and light speed some of this shit. That means the Ignis. Let's get the flamethrower. We're going to go to Eris. We're going to pick out an easy one. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to make it. Maybe I can try tomorrow, because I think it resets around 4. Maybe I can just try.
I'm detecting infested biosignatures all over the place. You know what to do.
Yeah, let's round these boys up here. Come on, kiddos. Come to me, my duckies. We need 20. Babies. Come, bitty babies. Come, my entourage. I doubt that's 20,
I'm
but...
still detecting a lot of infestation activity. Let's clean it up.
See, I'm kind of wondering, how do you do this one? Like... This isn't 20. This isn't even close to 20, but... Maybe we need an open area. See, these damn doors aren't doing me any favors because they just keep zipping around and... Okay. Come along, class. Like this maybe, this area might work. Gotta get everybody up here, though. Gotta get everybody up here. Some more. Alright, let's give it a try. That wasn't enough either. Oh, bitch. This is hard. Maybe I just fucking run for it. And hope I get 20. Like, how the fuck does this one even gauge this? Is there like a little fucking counter that keeps resetting after a certain amount of time? don't know. It's 5 seconds just ain't that long.
The enemy is broken. Well done. Now get to extraction.
Holy shit, that was fast. Well, that didn't work, obviously. Have to reevaluate where you can do that. Maybe, I don't know. Where will you even get 20 to spawn at one time? Alright, well, I think that's it for tonight. If you watch this in the future, just know that I'm not going to make any promises about being more regular, because, you know, apparently I don't need a reason to just not. But I do want to. Know that, you know. It's not that I don't want to, it's just I don't. I just can't bring myself to. I don't know. It's some shit I'm working through, I guess, and I'll get there. We'll all get there together. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the future. Have a good night.